This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Sheila, just tell our scenario and go on mute.
Okay, sir. Just I want to count how many products are there.
Products are there. Okay, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Okay. See, because
And
yesterday whatever we know that four products, right? Right.
uh,
That's why it was like easy. Now let's try the same thing pet store because in pet store I also don't know how many products are there. Okay,
uh,
we'll try that out.
okay. And the second scenario is suppose there are same product. Suppose there are 10 products and four product name is similar. Code is different. Name is similar.
Mm.
So I want to check how many names are similar names are there and code is different. So that logic also I couldn't get.
Okay. So let's take pet store. Okay, let's take cats. So we have two only, right, in the cats. Okay.
Yes. Hmm.
So let's take fish, and we have four.
Four.
Birds, we have two. Okay, let's do
Two.
for the four one.
Okay.
Fish. What else? Okay. Okay. So I'll just try to hit this one as it is so that I'll get to know. I mean, instead of recording everything, right? I'll put like this direct one. Add threads, thread group. Add HTTP sampler, HTTP request. I'll put the path as it is get. Add listener, registry. If I put HTML. Okay, we got four products. Okay, now let's try to write a regular expression for this. So here, let me save this. I shared PPT also yesterday and zip folder which has important files, document, PDF, everything. Did you got those things, Srinivas?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I got
Sheila?
it.
I
Yeah.
got it, sir.
Okay. Srinivas, what we're discussing is like yesterday we, after the second class, right? I mean second part, we discussed about the for each controller. Suppose see, yeah, let's take you have recorded for the product space, right? You pick up one product and you continue to add to cart and make the payment. Okay, but in the same page it have 100 products, and I ask you to write a script for all 100 products. So what is your option? Either you have to record all 100 products each and each and add to cart, right? That's first option.
Yeah.
But that's a difficult, no? Add
Yeah.
because recording each and everything. So what we can do, right? With the help of for each controller, you can do automatically.
Okay.
Just you have to give how many products are there. You have to get that number so that if that gives the for each controller, it will automatically run our script automatically. If you have five products, it will run five times. If you have 100 products, it will run 100 times. So
Okay.
automatically
Okay,
pick up
sir.
everything. Yeah, we don't have to do much work. So here first you have to do figuring out the products count because we have to give the number. Okay. So here FSW02 FI F01. Huh. So Sheila, if you see right, we have four products here.
Yes, sir.
FISW02, FIFW0202. So now let's check. We have any ID? Okay, I think the ID is also this one only. So let's copy this one as it is. Control C. Blur expression tester. I'll replace dot plus question mark. We got four products, right? So this is our product ID expression.
Yeah, that is okay. The count, I want to display the count, total number of counts.
That's right. So in
Uh,
regular
uh,
expressions, no, if
uh,
we
mm,
figured out something like, so now this is our expression, right? So what
yes,
we'll do
yes,
now,
yes.
Control C, add post processor regular expression extractor. Okay, once you got the all the matches of this number ID, uh,
Mm.
then you will simply can give here minus one, right? Minus one means it will pick up
Yes,
everything.
yes,
Let's
yes.
give you here p count. sorry, template is $1, tab is -1. Okay. Now, if I want to see the total output, no, how many are there? It could be one or it could be three or it could be 10, right? So if we add underscore match NR to this number, to this
Okay.
variable, you will get the count, the default format. So let's see.
Okay.
So now I will add one debug sampler. Debug sampler nothing but it will display all the data in our script. It won't do nothing. It will do all the variables in our script. Where is debug sampler? Hmm. Okay, sorry. Hmm. Okay. But see here, we'll see p count underscore match NR4.
Okay.
So this is common. Whatever regular
Mm.
expression you fixed right as variable, just append underscore match NR, you'll get that 4 count. Whatever the count it is there. So we have to reuse this variable.
Okay.
Anywhere, whenever is regular expression, just underscore
Mm.
match NR. If you go -1 only, then this will work.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts?
Like suppose 10 products are there, and
Hmm.
names are same, four product names, product one, two, three, four, but code is
Hmm.
different. Uh, so
Hmm.
how I will write that scenario, like whose names are same, whose product names are same.
No, generally we have. So if you take any application, no, they
Mm.
should have even the product names are same, but in the backend IDs are different.
Yes.
Because otherwise application don't know, right? If you use the same
Mm.
name, I mean in the real time also, if I give same name, now how it will know which one? So always
Yes.
even the names are different, you have to find the ID. So like this product ID,
Okay.
let's take Amazon for example. That will be common, you don't have to worry, because without unique IDs they can't do that.
Yes.
Okay, let's take this one, right? I'm just checking ID here. Could I find any ID here? Hmm. Let's take a common. Let's take mobile phones. We have here different products are there, no, in this space. Okay. So now I want to know how the things works are there. Let's go to inspect. See, each product has each link.
Yes.
Okay. Inspect. See, like this, each has unique one. As it's a very big application, they have different things are there. Okay,
Mm.
so whenever I reference this link, now it will open the product. So same as for any application, the even the product name is different, but in the backend IDs will be different. You have to look for that IDs.
Okay.
Okay, because without
Mm.
having duplicate IDs, no, then the application
Mm.
won't work. Right?
Yes.
If you want to add one, it may add two.
Mm.
So
Mm.
that is a bug from their side only.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any other doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, shall we continue the controllers?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we discussed for each if controller. So now we are left out with, yeah. Okay, let's see now. Let me put a new script. Hmm. Suppose see, I have a five scenarios. In 5 scenarios, my login and logout is common. Okay. So what I did, I have kept a one thread group, means like one script, right? So let's say add a sampler, HTTP request. Let me make this as a login. Some other threes from me. I'm just saying that. Okay. Let's take home, dashboard. So let's say logout. I have this kind of one script is there. Okay. So now other scenario where I have to go home and contact page. Okay. So I want put in a complete different script. So I don't want to use same thing. So instead of different script means we can have multiple JMXs, right? Each JMX for each script. So now instead of that, we can add our different scenarios in a single JMX as well. How to do that means we'll add one more thread group here. Add thread group, and I will do all these things. Then instead of dashboard, I will use some contact page. Understood, right? I can have one single JMX multiple thread groups. I mean different scenarios because thread groups they don't talk to each other. They're completely different tone. It's like different script only. Okay, the data, everything is from thread group. You can't transfer the data to other thread group as well. Okay, let's put a contact us page. Okay, so now like this, I have some four or five thread groups are there. Means 4 or 5 scenarios. So in the scenarios, what is the common thing? Login and logout, right? Login and logout, or home, something like that. So if I want to update some there is some I want to update username or password. So what I have to do? Each and every thread group I have to go login and have to update, right? First thread group, second thread group, like that I need to do. Okay, let me add 4 more. Okay, let's put here sellers. Here gifts. Okay, I have 4 different scenarios. Now if I want to update anything, I have to go each and every thread group and I have to update login. URL, username, password, anything, right? Because it's a common one. So now difficult, no, if I have 4 or 5, I do that. I have but big scenarios and lot of common things are there. Then very difficult to you change it. Right? So what I will do, right? Instead of this, I can put all the common things in a single one, like a reusability. So that's where we have to use include controller. Okay, sorry, module controllers. Okay, so let's see. You understood the scenario, right? Whenever you have common
Understood.
things, yeah, instead of changing everywhere, you can use one single place and you can reference that. Okay, so to
Yes.
use module controllers, first you have to use test fragment. So apart from test planted group, we have one more thing right here, add test fragment. Okay, in the test fragment, I will put my login here. Okay, so now here I need login, right? What I'll do, I will put thread group, add logic controller called module controller. Okay, I will put in first place and it'll asking which one I had to select. So I will select test fragment. Okay, and I will disable this. So what happening now? Instead of login here, it will come to here what I selected model to run. What I selected test plan, test fragment. So it will come to login. Same way for everything. Let me disable the login here. Thread group, add logic controller, module controller. And I select test fragment so that it will run the test fragment. Okay. Now let's add our request defaults and run the things. Config element, request defaults. Add. There's an registry. If I run the script. Hmm. See, we have login, 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 login. But we have defined only one time under fragment. So this fragment will be referenced using module controller. So if you change here, it will change everywhere automatically. So whenever you have common functions, common APIs, you can use a module fragment controller with the test fragment so that you can refer it. So if you change one time, it will change every time. Okay. Now let's say I have logout also common. No, if I put my logout here, test fragment. I mean, I just copy this logout. If I go to module controller, okay, now I'll add one more module controller and one logout. Add logic controller, module controller. Okay, I'll disable login, disable logout. So now can I select logout here? No, right? I'm getting only test fragment option. In the test fragment, what I will have login logout. So if I run the script now, first it will run login logout, home dashboard, and login logout. So what happened? My home and dashboard won't work now because logout is also done immediately. So in that case, how to do? So in the test fragment, you have to separate using simple controllers. So let me add a login, insert parent, logic controller, simple controller to just differentiate it. What I will do, the simple controller is login. Na? I'll just put a login name. Same as for logout. Add insert parent, logic controller, simple controller, logout. What I just defined, I mean, separated using the simple controller. Okay, now if I go to module controller, see now I'll see options. So I can select login or logout. Now understood, right? What is the use of simple controller? Simple is nothing but differentiate it. Sometimes this will help in this module controllers, include controller, this stash fragment part to differentiate it. So now here, first part I'll select login and second last module controller I'll select logout. So in test fragment, you have to use multiple APIs. You have to use different controllers, I mean simple controller to differentiate that. Okay, clear? Understood, right? Test fragment, module controller. Why are you using simple controller here?
Understood, sir.
Yes, Srinivas?
Got it, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, suppose we have a four members team, right? And team, I mean, team is like we will divide the work, right? Suppose we have 10 pages of work. What we did, we have five members in then. Okay. Each person has developed a script for 2 pages. Two, 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 two. Okay. And that's running, the 2 pages running in their own. But and what I have to do, we have to merge everything and we have to run it, right? That's what final report, no? So what how we'll merge it? So first option is you will ask all our teammates in one folder, all five JMXs, then you will merge copy paste. So let me open another JMeter. Okay, I open another JMeter instance. Let's say my friend has given, my teammate has given another one. So I open other script. Assume that like for each two. So first way to copy other script is simply copy the thread group, right click, copy, and you come to our one JMX file and you can paste it here. Test plan, right click, paste. So you got that thread group here. But you have multiple things, no? You can't copy, right? Each and everything from 5 JMX to single JMX. Right? So for that we have three options. First option is merge. If you go to the file, you have merge option. So here you can select whatever the JMX you want to select. Because suppose I want to select recording on JMX, simply for simple one is for H2. Yeah. See, I got everything from that JMX. Okay. Suppose now, like that you did, you merged everything. Now your friend made one more change. So how will get a recent changes? Again, you have to ask, right? Okay, just whatever is updated, we will ask him to share. Then only again you will do merge. But it's a tedious process, no? We have 5 members, and each 5 members have different changes based on the different requirement scenarios. Every time you can't ask them, okay, updated one, and you can't paste it, no? That's not a proper process, correct? So what is the other way? Other way is a include controller. Okay. So let me open another one. Let me put this as include controller. Let me delete everything. Okay. Uh, huh. Okay. So I want to use include controller. So what is include controller? Nothing but suppose here after end of the thing or end of the place I want to call some other script. So simply add include controller. In the include controller, you have to see it asking file test name. So simply browse whatever the test name you want to put. So let's say I want a timers one. Okay. So now if I run the script, we should see timers and our this existing, right? See, but did you see any timer script here? It executed a timer script or not?
No, sir,
Hmm?
it's not executed. Not
It
executed.
not executed. It only executed this thing only. But we have given no, we have asked him to include. So
Yes.
it's not working because if you want is include controller, you have to add everything under test fragment. Okay, let's open timers now. Let's open this for each only. Okay, so I have my script no. So what I will do simply add test fragment. Whatever I written my script, I can just put in the test fragment. If you put test fragment, it won't work. I mean, if I run the script now, you will get it out. It will run 2 times. No, it will run only one time. This one only. Because whatever they put a test fragment, it will run by some other things, not the script. So all your team members, no, whatever they did, the changes, no, they have to put same thing on a test fragment, the same script, and we can put a one common location, like shareable location, right? Everyone. So to whoever kept the shared location, it will put there. So now, if I run the script now and I select here the for each two, okay, if I run the script, see we got history breaker from for each because where it is situated in the type test fragment. So like this, what happens now? We have one common location, so all our team members will put their JM access. So whatever they're updated now, we'll pick up the latest one because we haven't used the path. I mean, we haven't used the hard code. I mean, hard code script, right? We are using this name. So whoever updated now, they will keep updated in their common location, so it automatically pick up the changes. You don't have to ask each and every time. That's what include control. To use include controller, you have to use a test fragment. Without test fragment, include controller can't pick up the things.
So test fragment is used here. It's not used in the here, right, sir? The other JMX you use the test fragment.
Yes, yes. No, no, I just kept here. You can let me remove this. Okay. So whenever it include controller, I want to for each two script. So in the for each two script is my for each two. So here I want to use all my scripts here. So I have to put these scripts on the test fragment here. So then only include controller will pick up this.
Okay, okay, I understand. Basically, you're referencing some fragment,
Yeah.
but in other files. So that is an including. Include is something like okay, it's like a defining a header. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the control sessions. So we have left with one or two that you can just search on your own. Okay. So we covered if transaction loop while if we haven't covered critical for include interleave once only random order. Recording is normal place only. We control simple parallel. Okay. Module. Yeah. Okay. So we
So
have left with 3 4 controllers. Yeah.
So if there is a different thread group in other JMX, can we run it, sir? Can we include it here? It's not possible, right?
No, it has to be from. I mean, the test fragment.
Yeah, it should be there in the
So
test
yeah,
fragment, but
otherwise
not
if you want to use exact red group, no, just copy paste or merge, not
we
through
just
into the
need to,
controller.
yeah, we need to merge it, but we cannot reference it.
Merge. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, see, I can't add red group here. See, a test fragment also, if I right click add, I can't see the red groups. I can see only sampler.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We are left with 3, 4 controllers. Just check on our own and practice. If you have any doubts now that whatever we left, just we can discuss in the class. All right. Suppose if you forget again, what you have option Control H. Okay. What is the model controller? It says. Uh, yeah. The model controller provides a list of controls loaded into the GUI. Select the one you want to set it at the runtime. Right? Whatever it displays here, we can select at the runtime. See, this only identify. I mean, if you can differentiate all the multiple requests using controllers only, simple controller. Okay, any controller, not simple, any controller, it will be differentiated. Otherwise, it will take everything as a one. Okay, like this, you can refer the controllers. Right. So let's go to our syllabus. Okay, we are done with the controllers. We're done with the blaze meter.
Sir, how
Hmm.
many more classes will be there approximately?
I think 5 to 7.
Okay.
Hmm. 5 to 7. Okay. Now let's discuss one more new concept. Right. Suppose you got one requirement and you written the script, everything is fine. Okay, and you deployed. I mean, you run the script, all the different scenarios, and you got proper results. Okay, and you shared the report to your team, like managers or stakeholders, everyone. Okay, so everyone went fine, good. Now they thought, okay, there's no issues in performance, so they deployed application in production. Right? So once they deploy the application in production, they after first 2 weeks they're getting issues. Lot of people are complaining about they're not loading the page properly. And again they came to perform testing team. They asked, so how come in the production we're getting the performance issues and why they couldn't these issues in the when they're testing. So what could be the reasons? One by one. First, Sheila, what do you think? You got a
Um,
scenario, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you think? What could be the cause?
yeah, in real time, like in our project, what happened is tables DB was getting locked. Table database table was locked at
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
yeah. So at this time, they came to know. They came to the performance testing team and they asked them. So why it is happening like that? So one scenario is when database table is locking. So at that time, performance team they call and they will ask this type of
No,
things.
no, no. That's fine.
Mm.
That's fine. But while testing internally, they would get that issue. No, the table
Yeah,
getting locked also.
internally I do.
Ah.
Yeah,
No, in my scenario, whatever my question is, in the internal, they didn't get any issues. Everything is green.
yes, yes.
Okay, but once in deployment production, they're getting the
Mm.
issues. So what could be the cause? As you mentioned, database tables. Okay, let's take that
Yeah,
as example. But in internal,
mm.
that got covered.
Yes.
Now, what could other things you will think like? I mean, could cause the issue? Okay,
No
Srinivas, any
idea.
idea? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Srinivas.
Yeah. I mean, we need to see the results actually. Basically, I cannot simply guess what is the reason, but
No, you
we
did
don't
everything. You
know.
did like different modeling, different all the tests. All the tests. Okay, covered all the scenarios, up and down, different load, everything on your on testing environment. You didn't get any issue, but on the ones in deployment production, they're getting the issues. I mean, just guess, what could be there?
Infrastructure, I think maybe I don't know, sir.
Okay, and first it could be 1 point. Okay, next.
And maybe, mean, performance issue. If prod, if somebody is complaining about the performance issue, then is
Hmm.
it based on the location or we don't know, sir? Maybe.
You are near. So tell you thing is, so on each environment we execute testing environment, right? And where this environment got seated in our office locations,
Yeah,
right? So what is our network speed in our office normally?
that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get a high speed in internet, right? Obviously, office and everything we are working in the IT and things, no, we'll get a super fast internet. It could be 300 Mbps, 500 Mbps. Okay, see, let's see in my home how much I'm getting. You know that speedtest.net, which will gives us the internet speed. Okay, I'm getting around 120 Mbps in my system, personal machine. In our office, it could be more than that, right? At least 300, 400 Mbps. Correct. So, whatever you tested in that speed only. But in the real time, in the real end users, do you think the same user might have the same speed or not, right? We don't know that. It could be high speed, it could be low speed also. So if you are testing in 140 Mbps speed and if customer using 10 Mbps, he may be in remote location, maybe hill areas, he may get a high internet speed. So at that time there is a chance of issues or not because it lot of things will. If your internet is slow, everything will come in slow way only. The transfer of data. So obviously will they face issues. So while before the testing, we have to check what is the audience location or
Yeah.
the audience speed, average speed. We can't cover all like one. Some obviously, if you take 100% of people, 1 or 2% may having a low speed. We can ignore that. If like 60, 30 or 30%, 20% people are using remote location, and if you're testing in high performance speed and say that you don't see any issues, so obviously they will see issues in the real time. So you have to put that one of the factor also while getting a requirement. Says that what is the average audience location or audience speed, 5 Mbps or 10 Mbps based on that. You may say assume that your application is by metro cities, then you don't have to worry. Correct. Most of the audience. Because in metro cities, what we'll get a good location only. Let's take if you take any government schemes now. So sometimes remote location people might has the government schemes, websites. Right? Like that, you have to consider the network speed as well. So what happens in this case now? So the users are using some 10 Mbps speed and you execute all test in 500 Mbps speed. That's why 10 users, 10 user speed while accessing that, they are getting the issues. So then how you tackle this? So you have also testing in a same speed. Correct. Then only you get to know now whether really working or not. Then only you can say, okay, even if release into production, they won't face the issues. So how we'll test it? What is our agenda? Agenda of perform testing is we have to mimic the real-time scenarios and we figured out before only what are the issues they come so they can fix it and we can release into production. That's our agenda, no? Main agenda. So now how you fix it? You have to test the speed. You have to test the same script in that much of speed only. Let's take your average customer speed is 30 Mbps. So what you have to do, you have to run all your scripts in 30 Mbps speed. Sheila, you got it now?
Got it, sir.
Yeah. So how I can test 30 Mbps? We have two, three options. Either you have to go to some place where our internet speed is 30 Mbps, right? That's difficult. No, we can't go right wherever getting 30 Mbps. So we have a few options in JMeter. Okay. So let's take in the Blaze meter. I'll show you how it is happens in the Blaze meter. So let's go to Blaze meter. a.blazemeter.com. In BlazeMeter, I'll show you first how we can control the speed while doing the test. Then we'll discuss in JMeter. Let's take the specs for one. Okay, in our configuration of scripts, we define that upload a script here. Right, we have given the users now. Same if you scroll down in the last, you will see network emulation. See, network emulation empowers the connection between Blazemeter testing systems to observe impact on key performance indicators. Now let's enable this one. Okay, now it is asking sometimes. So now it's asking whatever the type you want, right? Suppose I want to put some edge good. See, we got 250 Mbps max bandwidth, and we can detail the details. So like this, you can simulate 5G port like this one, so that all our tests will run with this much of speed only. Then we'll get to know the response time will be high right now because of this low network speed. Okay, so in JMeter and BlazeMeter can do this. Now how we can do JMeter? Now let's go to our bin location. This is our bin, right? If you observe, whatever we are using the JMeter view is completely dependent on one file. That file is called JMeter properties. If you read this proper file, I mean one line from line one to line n, half of the geometry, I mean dependency is in this property files only. Okay, let's open this property file. Okay, jmeter.properties. So whenever you guys have proper time, just go through this profile once again. Okay. So now if you see here, for one example, I'll tell you. So every time what will happening, but whenever you open JMeter, we are getting the blank screen, right? I mean blank screen, but we can't see the logs now. So what happened? We are clicking on this, then our logs getting displayed, right? Otherwise, if you click on this, it's not getting there. So every time I don't want this, I want my logs whenever I open the screen. So if I go to my property file, if I check for search for log, hmm, okay, logger panel. So what is there? Everything is commented, right? Now if I put enable this and if I put true, okay. So whenever you do changes in geometry properties, you have to restart. Don't forget that. Whenever do anything on the scripting side, you have kept any jars, anything, you have to restart geometry reflect changes. Now let me close this one. Okay, I mean to see the impact. Let me restart. See, it opened a log or not by default. See, right? Did I click the exclamation mark? No, no. Automatically
Yeah.
displayed it. So if we click on it, again it will go on. So like this, we can control a few things, lot of things from these property files. Okay. So now what we are discussing, we are about to control network speed, right? So to control the network speed, we have to calculate first characters per second. Okay, I'll show you that. I kept formula. Okay. So we have to calculate CPS to get a network speed, to control network speed. Okay. CPS is nothing but characters per second. I mean in the network, right? How much characters per have to flow. Okay, there is one formula. Okay. Suppose I want some 20 Mbps. I want to control. I want to speed a 20 Mbps speed. Okay. So what CPS is given speed in kbps. So 20 into kbps is 1000, right? 1024 you can say. Okay. Let me write the formula first. CPS equal to given speed in kbps into 1024 by 8. Okay. So I want 20 MBS is 20 into 10 into 1024 by 8. Okay, let's calculate this. 20 into 24 into 1024. Okay, divided by 8. Okay, what we got? 2621440, right? Let's put 2621440. Okay, now let's come to here our property file. Search for CPS, Control F, CPS. You have to remember these things. Otherwise, you have to go all the way, all the files. I mean, all the lines, right? Because if you come here, see, we have 1300 lines are there. Okay, so advisable to remember. Otherwise, you can go ahead and you will get to know. Okay, one search for CPS, you will see we got three things. See, by default, if everything is completed, means they are not using. Okay, so what you have to do is simply enable this. Remove the hash. Hash is commented in the node, this property file. You see here, no, they have defined characters per second greater than 0 to emulate slow connections. If you give 0 means it will take a default one, whatever your internet is coming to speed. Okay, so now whatever getting value, we got some 26 to 1440, right? And if I run 26 to 1440. Okay, let's save this. And again, I told you, right, to reflect the changes, you have to restart. Okay, now let's take our recording script only. Okay, I will put aggregate report here to check the our average times. Okay, now let's run and see. We got average of 449, correct? Because of 20 Mbps speed. Because this application is designed such a way that it handle the load from this much of speed also. Now what we'll do, we'll reduce it to 5 kbps, very low, right? 5 kbps. So what is 5 kbps? Tell me, Sheila, what is how to get the value? 5 kbps. 5 into
5 into 1024
hmm,
by 8.
wait, because it's already kbps, no?
Yes.
We don't have to 1024. 5 into 1024 divided by 8. 640. If I give 640 and run, and one more thing, when you do testing these changes now, always comment again. Because if you forget, right, all our script will have different results. And you, I mean, initial listening, if you forget now, it's very difficult to understand, right? So once you're done with the testing changes, you have to comment out it. Okay, so let me restart JMeter again. Let's open the same script. Okay, let's run the script now. See, right, in the logs it is displaying setting a HTTP protocol CPS 640. See now, still now it's running. Earlier, because what happened? It executed, right? You see, now it take 13.6. One request, still we have 10 more. Observing, right, how much, I mean, I mean, JMeter sending the request such a way in that network speed calculation only.
So how we can identify, sir, like the client is using how much speed?
Yeah, that's we have to ask the client only. That's a come because they know, right, what is the target audience. Yeah, because that we can't expect. We can predict other things like from environment wise, load wise, but we can't predict this. Now, that's the target audience only. Because they know, right, who's the target audience. Because they're developing e-commerce, they know most of the people are audience only. Like suppose some education websites. It could be like students. So where which area they targeted, which countries they are targeted, like India, US, or South America, like that. They get to know.
Okay.
Okay, see,
Uh,
earlier we see average 440. Yeah, go ahead, Sheila.
uh, so sometimes I get the heap space error, so Java heap space error.
Yeah,
So how we
that's
can do?
yeah, Java space is for your machine you are getting this one now from JMeter.
Yeah, JMeter.
So what happens, right? If what is the load you are given there?
Load 500.
So it means your system is not able to handle. Initially, what we discussed, how the JMeter will run. JMeter will run. It will take the resource from your machine and will run the scripts.
Mm.
So you given 500, and so what JMeter will do? JMeter will need a 500 users memory to run the
Mm.
script. So whenever JMeter couldn't find due to your system RAM or due to you running multiple applications in the same laptop, right?
Mm.
So then at that time you'll get a heap memory or system proxy error, these type of things.
Mm.
It means JMeter couldn't able to establish connection. So
Yes, yes.
what two options is either you have to go non-GI mode, either you have to close every application in the your system except JMeter, then can run. You get a little bit thing.
Okay.
Okay.
In the JMeter properties, I've tried to change the heap space memories. Then said
No, not
below
properties. It's
some.
JMeter bad.
Oh yeah, bad file. There
Bad
I
for it.
tried to
It may
change.
work for something. I mean,
Yeah.
some. I mean, for some time it will give the. Suppose you are using a 8 GB RAM machine. Okay,
Mm.
in the 8 GB RAM, you can say that. I mean, by default, JMeter is 1 GB only.
Yes.
So if you update the jmeter.bat file saying that okay, use 6 GB or 5 GB, it may work for
Mm.
for some users only, not for like it may work 700 or 500. But if you give more,
Mm.
then you'll get same type of errors.
Sir, is there any some base or standard
No, it's not like
standard
it's based on your no, because you don't know, right, which application you will going to hit. If a server is respond properly, you will get immediately results. If a server is taking more time now, you will get more response time. More response time means more when more memory in JMeter. So that's you can't predict. There is no standard also.
no
Understood,
no
right?
no
Because
no
uh,
for this many number of users threads or something like that.
no, that's what I'm telling. How it can have standard, because we don't know, right, whom we're hitting. Let's say suppose let's say your application only. Your application work for 1,000 users. Okay, in your machine. If I run the same thing, if I my application 1,000 users, it may not work because my application taking more response time than your application. Understood?
Understood, but the
Hmm.
I mean, if response is taking more time, that means it's about the duration, but it's not the amount
It's
of.
about duration, yeah. Hmm.
So
So duration
duration
means nothing
is
but again, no, again,
see
right? Suppose you are
duration
using 100
duration is
users.
separate thing, but the requirement of memory is a different thing. See,
No,
I
that's
may
why. See, if we have a higher, no, no, higher duration means we need higher memory.
no sir. See, if I have only one
Hmm.
thread. Suppose if my
No,
one
for
thread
one
is
thread,
running,
the
no, no,
one thread
for
you
example,
can.
if one thread is running, say if one
Mm,
thread will take, let us say 1 GB,
mm,
for example.
uh, mm.
Even if I run the one thread for 1 hour or 2 hours, it will be the same 1 GB, right? No?
It will say. I mean, no, not say 1 GB. It may increase.
So if I'm running a thread for a longer time, that means we need more memory, you saying?
Yes, yes.
Oh, what is the reason, sir?
So
Any specific?
because what happens, no, once you start the script, at the time of scripting, it may allocate default memory for one
Okay.
user.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but once start running, if JMeter couldn't expect, okay, script is taking more than time, so then it will start gathering the more memory from your machine. So that's why if you observe initially, you won't get any errors. After certain time only, you'll get this heap errors or these errors. Because then only JMeter couldn't predict, okay, the test is taking more time. Now there is no memory. That's why it throws those errors. Otherwise, you would have get that heap of memory initially, right? Because JMeter don't know, no, how long it is running the scripts.
But in general, any application, if we take
Mm,
application may require some amount of memory. Maybe
correct.
this, to run this application, we need at least it will occupy 500 MB or something like that. It will be there. It's a standard thing, right? So, but
No,
it's
that's
if it is.
application, not for JMeter. No, no,
Mhm,
that's for
okay.
application. So in
So
JMeter, you don't know,
you're
right, which application.
so
No, no. See,
basically
simply.
from JMeter we don't know. I mean, we cannot. I mean, we do. There is
Mm,
no base anything like kind of baseline.
yes, yes. So I mean, you can do baseline once you start
Mhm.
with your application. Suppose you started with 100
Oh,
users. In our own machine, you run for same five APIs are there. It's good for
okay.
100 users. It's working fine. Now 200 is working fine. 300 is working fine. Like that, you can predict and you can put a baseline
But
that too limited
yeah,
to your application, your machine.
yeah.
You understood, right? Because this is a global one. My application may need 1 GB or my application need 2 GB. That's we
Okay,
can't
okay,
predict.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Once your application is fixed and your team is fixed, then you can put a baseline. Okay, your application support 1,000 users. If you cross 1,000, you'll get a issues of a 4
yeah.
GB RAM. So you can
Okay.
use that baseline to your internal team.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now
And
if you see here,
the
uh,
blaze meter, if we are if we are going for blaze meter, we don't need to worry, right, sir?
no, don't worry because Blazma by default it take allocate more number of views based on their users. So you don't have to
Yes,
worry
no.
about.
Yeah, yeah. We just need to
You
take
simply give a
the
number and run.
appropriate plan and then go for it.
Yes. Yes.
So
Okay.
compared to
So if you see,
Blaze meter is the only best solution, sir. Are there any alternative solutions?
yeah, we have K6. K6 is their new tool. Okay. So that's they also kind of run with BlazeMeter only, and we
So
have low
it works
cost.
with JMeter only, JMeter
Yes. Yes.
concept only.
Yes. JMeter
Okay.
scripts only. Yeah,
Mhm.
and they have their own scripting also. You can do either way, and you have low cost, and you have some other tools like that in the market. I'm not sure there are there like BlazeMeter only, but BlazeMeter is famous because it's in the market long time.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, and the blocks, right? So suppose whenever we got issue in the open source tool,
Mhm.
what we have to do, we have to depend on internet only. Correct. So BlazeMeter
Yeah.
blog has provided a lot of things on the JMeter issues.
Okay, I
That's
think
why
the
it got more
community.
famous.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So everyone by default they'll go to BlazeMeter blog and they'll look for the issue. Or suppose they want to learn for controller and you don't have idea. Simply go to for each controller and search in Google, right? You get a BlazeMeter link. So
Got
and
it,
to
got
JSON
it.
expressions. So anyway, the difficult things, no, whatever I feel difficult, I'm not able to find resource, then everything on the BlazeMeter.
Okay.
So they properly engineered the team so that that's why more famous. Okay. Yeah. Now if you see our average is 50 second. Earlier, what we our average is 0.4 second. Now you see the impact. So in this way, you can control your network speed. Okay. So I will comment out because it will impact my other test. Control S and restart Gmeter again to reflect the changes. So clear, right? Network control or network emulation. So whenever we have this type of request, based on requirement, we can do that. Otherwise, if you say our target audience is based on normal cities, normal speed, then you don't have to worry. But it's our responsibility to check with the client. what is the target audience along with all other requirements. Okay. Now let's see next components. Let's go to bean shell. Okay. So for timer, right? You have a proper timer based on our things for assertion and everything. But whenever you have custom requirement, custom things, we don't have a component because your requirement will vary from project to project, application to application, scenario to scenario. Right? JMeter can't, can't write for each and everything. No, that's where we have to write a coding. So in coding, you can use in the JMeter with a Groovy or Java. By default, Java or Groovy can support with the JMeter. So whenever, anywhere, suppose I want to get a different timer requirement. So I don't see any components. I'm going to put Bean Shell timer. Sorry, Bean Shell also one of the language. So Bean Shell, Java, Groovy, you can write it. These are like half of Java flavors only, right? So you need a basic things like strings definition, like some concatenations, very, very basic. You don't have to know like core Java or nothing, very basic. Suppose I have given two strings, right? How to add string A equal to JMeter, string B equal to Java. If I want to add string C equal to A plus B, Java JMeter will come. Like the bit of knowledge is required. Okay. So in JMeter, whenever there is no requirement or no tool to suit for requirement, you have to go for coding. So in the coding, JMeter we have to use the Bean Shell components. Okay. So let me open my existing script only. I've already kept here. Understood, right? Why you have to use custom requirement in JMeter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I already shared these all JMX files with different examples, different thing. Okay, so I have to go one by one. Uh, okay, we have three components here. Okay, so what is sampler will do? What is sampler concept? What is sampler?
Sim Simply it will differentiate the request.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a request.
Uh,
Like we can
request.
add different type of request, like REST SOAP, all these things will come over there. Okay, now let's say if I want to do in my sampler level, like in the request level, I can use bean shell sampler. Okay, in a sampler level. Suppose I want to do after end. Once you got the response, now then you can use bean shell, bean shell post processor. Okay, so if I want to do before sending the request, I can use bean shell preprocessor. Okay, now let's take bean shell preprocessor first. So my requirement is I am hitting a search engine. Okay, let's take I'm searching a Google search. Okay, here I want to select different number each and every time. So what I can do, what is I need to have multiple APIs like this with a different number 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, or I can put in a CSV file, right? All my numbers and I can load the CSV file. But it's all again dependency, right? You have to write all the data and prepare it. Instead of that, I will write a code to get a random numbers. Okay, so what I did, why I'm using BGS preprocessor? Because before sending a request, I want to get that number. Got it, huh? That's why I will use this bean part processor. Now what I did simply, I'm using integer. You have basic data, right? In Java, very basic. Not you have to go for high. Srinivas, you have it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
Just let me know whenever you didn't understand any term, anything here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is int minimum equal to, I'm just defining one variable called minimum and which I'm assigned data type as int. Nothing but is number. Integer is nothing but number. String is nothing but word or things. Okay, and I'm getting equal to integer dot parseInt. So why I'm using this thing is I'm passing the parameter here 1000 and 3000. So by default everything in a universe, right? By default it will string only. So I want to calculate, right, numbers. I want to something like 1000 plus. I mean, some if I want to something plus or minus, do I have to number? I have to use integer. So I'm converting the string to integer. Okay, bsh nothing but bean shell. A fox of 0 is nothing but 1000. Same as like 1. Aux of 1 is nothing but second argument. So I'm putting an integer minimum and max. Okay. So now I'm generating a random function. This is one formula you can get anywhere in the internet from random formula, right? So once you got the formula, it will generate based on a given number between this 1000 to 3000. Okay. Or you can define simply here also. I mean, instead of getting over there, I will simply write int min equal to 2, int max equal to 100. So we what will get? We'll get a number between 200. See why I'm telling all these things now. I'm just telling you how we can do this. We have other options also. So let me comment this. Comment is control slash. It will comment it. Okay. So now we got a random value here to different it. So now we have to send this value to outside because this variable, right? The reference scope is only this script only. Understood? Now I want to use this random in my request. Correct. I want to use my request here. So what I'll do is I'll use vars.put. In JMeter, if you want to send your variable from your scripting to outside, you have to use vars.put. Okay. So vars.put, I want to use this number. This is my global name. And what is the value? I want to put this value. By default, it is integer, right? So again, you have to convert a string and you are sending that value. And this random underscore number I'm using in the here dollar random underscore number. Okay, let's run and see for like I have given let's give 5 times and see how 5 times we get different numbers. Okay, what is the first one? 2683, 2401, 1358, 1975, 1857. Understood, right? Simply. But what we did, we simply written the logic so that why we are written is pre-processed because I want to get the number before my sending the request. So whatever the logic I want to do, I just written the logic and use var.put to get outside and using the number here because I don't have any component in my script to get a random number. Okay, understood? Clear? The basic coding only. Don't have to worry much. Shall I go for next one?
Yes. Okay, whatever the code, Java code is there, we have to write in bean shell itself, sir.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Very simple code. Whatever you are expert
in
Yeah.
loops, controller. So there also we can write coding like something else.
In
Like
controller you
if
can't.
loop, no,
In
we
if you in
cannot
if
write
if
in.
you in the if and file you can write if and
Okay,
file while.
while.
Yeah, that's the
So
only place because
same
they are
like,
condition based, right? Same
yeah,
thing, same Java.
same Java code.
Yes. Okay. Now let's go to post processor. What post processor do?
After the request, it
After
will come.
record the request. Suppose here I'm using our suppose I'm using some sourceforce.net website. Okay. So I'm getting the some variable, right? Using my regular expression extractor. Okay. So now I want to this token. Oh, okay. So I'm getting the session ID. Where is session ID? Huh. I want this session ID to my local file. Whatever I'm running, right, what I'm getting variable, I want to write this in my local file. Simple. In one parameter, one way, because I want to check the, I mean, what me, you got my recommend, I mean, like session ID could be used some other way, or developers might ask, what are session IDs your JMeter generating? Kind of. Simple thing is, you have to write one variable of a JMeter script to a local file so that you can refer later. Okay, so what we did, we ran regular expression to get a value of session ID and I kept the session ID here, right? So now, in the post parser, I have written the code. So now I have to get the value, right, from outside to my scope, my coding scope. That's where I use vars.get. Vars.put is from your scope to, I mean, your coding to outside. Now vars.get is from our outside to your coding. Then only script will work, right? How it will know? Session ID means. We have to refer, we have to give reference, no? That's where this will come. Okay. So for testing, what I did, I defined one variable called output equal to, and I defined this one. Okay. And I'm just testing, for testing purpose, I'm checking whether I'm getting the output or not using log.info. In everywhere, in ever throughout JMeter, you can use log.info to cross verify what have written, whatever logic you're really working or not. That's easy, right? Before sending there and checking validation there, I'll simply put log.info so that I'll get to know. Now what I did, I'm creating a one new file output stream. You don't have to remember all these things. Just Google it, how to write a file in Java. That's it. Just copy the code, paste here. There's a bit changes. You don't have to worry about this file output stream, print stream. Simple. Okay. So now let's give me the path. What is the path I want to store in your November location? Okay. So I'll just copy the path. Control C. Okay. It exported double quotes. I mean double slashes. You have to give double slash. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. So just put the slashes. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Yeah. Yeah. So just give the path. So you don't have a coding. Just Google it. Whatever everything you'll get in a JMeter. Sorry, Java. I want to write the file. I want to copy the file. I want to subtract the strings. I want to add the strings. I want to get random number. Everything you'll get in a Google only. Just copy the code. Just modify these things. Okay. So now I'm just printing output and let's run the script. First, what I have to do, I have to enable it. Okay. Let's run. Okay. The log.info, right? Everything you'll get here only output in the this one. Okay, I think this is a got one file ID. Okay, let's go to our location. We see whether December file is generated or not. Okay, it's not generated, right? Not generated. Uh, it's not generated that file. We are given proper location only. The meter November, right? In this location only. Okay, now let's Google the code. Okay. how to write data in a file in Java. Let's take this one. Let's take one or two links. Okay, okay. Let's copy this code. File system dot write string file content. That's all. We need file dot write only. Yeah. Copy the code. Okay. Uh, and let me comment out all these things. So we got our text also, right? Our output. Okay. And I'll give my path. Control C. Format this. Okay. So file name and output. Simple. That we given two lines. So we have defined one path and defined this one. So we may get some errors with the import statements, maybe. Okay, we got error. See, all the errors will get here only. Okay. So okay, it don't know the path. Mm, let's check it. So they are using any global items. Okay. See, they are using this path. So whenever they are using this extra things, right? You have to also mention thing there. Control C. Okay. Now let's run and clear. I'm still getting the error. Is that error is typed with replace error method not found. Not found in class path. Hmm. Okay. Let me look other code. Read proper one. Yeah. Let's take these things. File dot writer. Let's search with the using file output string. Okay. Control C. Okay. Copy the path. Okay. File dot write output. Okay. Let's run. First, we shouldn't get errors here. Then only it could be generated. Array. We're getting error again. Or we missing something. Method strong Java not found in file output stream. Okay, let me define this as a string. Now let's see. You always learn from like this type of mistakes only, right? If you think everything is smooth flow, you won't get everything. You wouldn't understand. Why? Not found in class error method Java dot rank string. Just a second, guys. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So let's make this put 65 as well. See, it's not able to write the string. Okay, now we didn't get any error. Okay. Okay, it's taking the integer. Okay, let's go to the file. Hey, where is this file? Yeah. I have given correct location only. OneDrive, desktop. Now, December 8 text. I didn't get any errors and file is not there. Okay, okay. Let me put some other location. Okay, let me. mm, okay, understood the issue. I think earlier code is also working, but it's not able to write the file. That's the only thing. I have some storage issues in my the particular folders with the OneDrive location. That's why. Okay, let me remove this and we'll try this one. Okay. Okay. I think this code is also working. I guess we'll get to know. Okay, now. mm, Okay, my folder got hanged. Let's go to browser to use it. Using that users user with the date modified. See, we got the file. If you open this file, it's not there. Huh? Okay, that's fine. You got something, right? Yeah. Okay. You're writing in a alphabets. Okay, that's fine. But you understood, right? How the logic will happen. Simple, whatever the logic you want to do, just Google it and just change the whatever things properly. And based on if there are errors, right? Just understood from this error and write the script. Okay, this is a post process. Now same thing I want to achieve something in a sampler level. Again, requirement, right? How, whether you want to pre post sampler level. See what I did, simply I kept ascend 3 variables and I'm doing this sum. If I run the script, what it will do, it will print out sum equal to 3. Loaded info will give us printing lines in the here. It's called sum equal to 3. Okay, understood, right? Main thing is coding. Whatever your requirement, whatever things, and we can discuss. Okay, and do you guys have half an hour more?
Uh, already Srinivas has sent the message in the chat.
Acha, I didn't see the chart. Okay, can you please discuss to my name time midnight already, please? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, Srinivas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I saw your message just now only.
No problem, sir.
Okay, okay, then we'll first stop then. Okay,
Okay, sir.
yeah,
Thank you.
we
Thank you,
can
sir.
discuss.
What about
Today's Friday, right?
tomorrow? Yes.
Uh, yeah, tomorrow, Friday, I
Okay.
think. No class, sir, tomorrow, right, sir?
Yeah. No, no. Just do one thing. Just ping me. This is my one number in the chart, right? Just please ping me in the WhatsApp tomorrow. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Please ping
sir.
me in the WhatsApp tomorrow. I will inform the times. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Please note down. Please just WhatsApp me today only. Okay. I will update you on that.
Okay, sir. I'm
Okay.
noting down your
Okay.
number.
We will create a group chat with the three of us. Then we can discuss. Whoever is
Yes, sir.
ready, right?
Please.
Based on
Yeah,
available
please
time,
create,
we
sir.
can do that.
Please create one group.
Yeah. But before that, you have to ping me, right? Everyone, please ping Srinivas and Sheila.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then see you tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah. I'll ping you. We'll connect, but definitely tomorrow or today.
Sure, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Sheila, please ping in the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Chalo. Bye. అది ఫైండ్ అయిపోయింది అక్కడ